Alright guys, things are getting extremely dark for Moon Knight. We're talking about a death within the Midnight Mission, Moon Knight pushed to the edge and ready for revenge, a detective too strung out to even know when she's gone too far, a decaying body from 10 years ago, and the mystery behind the drug glitter hitting the streets. Welcome back to Keepin' It Comic, and today we're diving back into Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu with issue number 3. Now, in issue number 2, Cubis warned that Fairchild was coming for Moon Knight's business, and oh boy did he deliver. The action kicks off with Detective Frazier and SWAT breaching the Midnight Mission, and on a rooftop, none other than Carver, who's on the phone with Fairchild, enjoying the chaos way too much. He says Moon Knight ain't gonna like that, but even SWAT can't handle the spooky old Midnight Mission. Carver's response? They won't have to, but Fairchild isn't convinced. He mocks Carver. Your little pig sticker against a whole building? Carver. Magic or not, a month's pay says it doesn't do a damn thing. That's all the motivation Carver needed. Keep your money. Remember what you promised me, she says, and suddenly, magic is bursting from the sword as she stabs it into the building. Meanwhile, Marc and Tigra are in the middle of a heated conversation about Hank Pym being alive, and the building starts to shake. Marc exclaims, "Mission, mission, what are you?" Tigra immediately asks, "What's going on?" Marc replies, "I can't feel the mission. It's just a wall. I think it's dead." Tigra, stunned, asks, "What could kill the mission? It's a living haunted house, for God's sake." Now, in case you don't know who Mission is, in Moon Knight 2021, issue number 9, the House of Shadows becomes a pivotal part of Moon Knight's operation. After the original Midnight Mission headquarters was destroyed by the villain Zodiac, Moon Knight encountered the House of Shadows. At the time, it had taken the form of an apartment building's top floor, where residents had mysteriously disappeared. The house subjected Moon Knight to a nightmarish labyrinth, but upon realizing that his fractured psyche was too toxic, the house expelled him. Recognizing the house's need for a purpose and companionship, Moon Knight proposed a partnership, offering it a new role as his base of operations. The house agreed, transforming it into the Midnight Mission. This arrangement provided Moon Knight with a dynamic and mythical headquarters, equipped with the house's unique abilities, such as altering its internal spaces and offering protection from external threats. This transformation solidified the House of Shadows as a vital member of Moon Knight's Midnight Mission crew, enhancing his ability to protect night travelers and fulfill his vigilant mission. Back in the present time, as the mission dies, NYPD burst in with their guns drawn. Detective Frazier announces Marc Spector, aka Moon Knight, Greer Grant Nelson, aka Tigra, you're under arrest. Marc, furious, yells, "What did you do? What did you do to my mission? You killed my home. You killed my friend." Frazier resorts, "Don't be stupid, Moon Knight." But Moon Knight doesn't respond. Instead, he orders, "No, take them, Soldier." And before anyone can react, Soldier is mid-ear delivering a split kick to the face of the cops. Now that split second is all it takes for Moon Knight and Tigra to jump into action. And can I say, Tigra is dodging bullets while doing flips. She clearly mastered the Matrix at this point. Soldier asks, "What's the plan?" Moon Knight's response, "They came into our house, killed one of us, punish them." Tigra protests, "What? We can't fight the whole police force. We have to get out of here." But Moon Knight isn't hearing it. He simply states, "They started it." And with a crescent dart at Frazier's neck, you can see she is terrified. She couldn't even fully get the word out saying, "Don't." The death of the mission has driven Moon Knight into a rage. He tells Frazier, "Why shouldn't I, Detective Frazier? You junkie, murdering, dirty cop." But just as he's about to strike, Hunter's Moon, 8-Ball, and Reese burst through their door. Reese shouts, "Marc, there's cops everywhere, and the mission isn't responding. What are you doing?" And a flash, Hunter Moon grabs Moon Knight's hand before he can stab Frazier. Moon Knight, still seething, says, "She's Fairchild's cop. They killed the mission." Hunter's Moon, ever calm, simply says, brother. And with that, Moon Knight lets Frazier go, muttering, we're leaving. But it's not over yet. He adds, we're going through anyone in our way. The SWAT team, running away, is met with a thick smoke. If you've been following Moon Knight, you know exactly what that means. Reese is on the attack. And let me just say, I love how they design her when she's using her powers. Moon Knight yells, you made a mistake coming here. And the whole team springs into action against the SWAT team. Moon Knight, Hunter's Moon, 8-Ball, Tigra, Soldier, and Reese show no mercy as they attempt to escape. Tigra says, Marc, this is escalating out of control. Marc responds, the mission patterned itself after my first midnight mission. Then it improvised. Now that it's dead, it's reverted to its first form. It left us an escape, protecting us one last time. With that, the team escapes down a hatch left by the mission, leading them straight into the sewers. And with no home left, Moon Knight has an idea. What's that idea? To run. And Moon Knight knows just the place. Deep beneath New York City. When they arrive, even Reese is shocked. You weren't kidding. What the hell is this place? Moon Knight explains. It's a decommissioned shield station. A crazy guy used to hide out here, killing people before I tracked him down. He broke his victims down for parts to make himself stronger. Reese asked, so what? You came down here and dragged him out? Moon Knight points to the body on the floor, a crescent dart impaled in him. And yes, it's the same base and body from Moon Knight 2014, issue number 2. Soldier asks, why didn't you use this place when Zodiac blew up the first midnight mission? Moon Knight explains, because I needed people to find me, so I can help them. This is a place to be forgotten. This is a tomb, not a mission. I'm not going to lie, this is very bad. Fairchild got the cops after us, took the midnight mission away from us, and chased us out of our territory. As of right now, each of us is a fugitive from the law. But the crew laughs it off. 8-Ball is used to it. Soldier says, this isn't even my 5th rodeo. Hunter's Moon replies, man's law does not compare to those of a god, our father. And Reese adds, I can turn to smoke. Let them try to catch me. Tigra asks the most pressing question. What were they after us for? What crime did we supposedly commit? Moon Knight answers by turning on the monitors, revealing the news. The report says, it wasn't long before the police tracked a far more serious crime to Moon Knight's doorstep. The manufacture and distribution of the exotic drug known on the streets as glitter, or more recently, moon dust, currently at large. The public is urged to contact authorities with any sightings of the violent drug traffickers. And oh man, what a read. Full of emotions, mystery, and action. Do you think Moon Knight will be able to contain his anger towards Frazier? How will the team prove their innocence when they can't even walk on the streets without someone ready to turn them in? And don't forget, Hank Pym has been mentioned for 2 issues now. He's bound to play some part in this. Also, am I the only one who thinks this last frame gives off serious Scooby-Doo vibes when they don't know who's under the mask? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like this video to help the YouTube's algorithm. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. We appreciate all your support. Also, join our Patreon and social media. Links are in the description. And until next time, thanks for kicking it with Keepin' It Comic.